Let's hear it. So, guys, make sure you ask your question. So, someone said they can't hear anything. I guess the person didn't join using internet audio. So, before the basic class, you guys must have arranged down all questions that you want me to answer for you. Any challenges in terms of basic, you know. So, no time. So, you guys can move to Forest Advanced and start learning strategy. So, basic Forest, you just need to be familiar with the terminologies, get to know what everything is like, and be able to identify them on the charts. Every single thing. So when someone posts something, you'll be able to relate with what he or she is saying. So that's what knowing Forex basic is all about. Knowing how to draw your support and resistance, use your trend line zones where price have rejected from in the past, and knowing all the terminologies, how to set up your MT4, how to use trading view, those are basic stuff. So do you guys have questions or not? I told you guys the question and answer. Someone just asked how do we get a perfect spot and resistance. So if you guys ask a question, I'll end the class because there's no point being on this class when there's no questions. You guys question and answer class. So if I didn't see questions, I'm gonna end the call. You want to see how to use spot and resistance perfectly? I'll draw and then I'll show you guys the example of the chart. Let's say, for instance, hope you guys can see my screen though. Please, someone should help that person out. That's so they can just type on the box, chat box. Maybe you don't know how to join using internet audio. I'm breaking. Oops. Am I still breaking now? Like today is not really the best day for me in terms of internet. Trust me, I didn't take that good trip because for like 2 hours my internet was bad today. I'm using just Google for now. So you can imagine. Okay. So I'm trying my best now. Just in case I'm breaking at some point, please guys, always let me know. So I'll see if there's any adjustment. So you guys can see my screen. And someone said how to draw support and resistance zone perfectly. Okay, just like I've told you guys. Just like I told you guys, we use the 4-hour time frame to get this zone. You can use any time frame. It works on any time frame. Okay, it works on any time frame, but you can utilize the 4 hours, so it's going to be very clear for you. So when you are identifying your support and resistance zone, let me use G, or let me use Bitcoin. Yeah. So let's say we have this line right here as our area where we've seen price, and this is price. We've seen price rejected 1, 2. So because price is bouncing off this line, this is a support line. Okay, because we've seen price bounce off this line as impacted as a support, twice, 3 times. So it's a support line. Now see how you get to know a perfect one for your support and resistance. Is where you've seen price tested as a resistance and also tested as a support. So resistance became support, support became resistance, whatever. Those are like key levels. So you can see the difference between this support and this key level right here. Because price was once a resistance and now it became a support. When price was once a support and it became a resistance. So these are like how to identify key levels. So I'll look for let's use USD. So we'll go back. So we'll get to affect the new price action. Let's go back. And let's start from somewhere around here. Let this thing load. It's taking time. There's the internet is bad. Okay. So how to get key levels now in terms of support and resistance? You just get to see but guys, I'm going to tell you something. If you are looking at it like that way, and the way I learned how to use my support and resistance was like this. I don't have any business with going back to the past to see where price was once a support or a resistance. Like there's no way you can do support and resistance and get it perfectly. If I bring up a chart, if I bring someone that has been trading for 20 years to come and identify his or her support and resistance, is it breaking again? Is it breaking now? Why breaking now? Can you guys hear me now? Please let me know on the chat so you won't be wasting time. Is it breaking now? Wow. Oh, thank you, Victor. I don't know, man. My Spectrum I didn't connect all throughout today, and then the blue is usually slow, so I had to leave the house to go and browse. Trust me, like, how about that, guys? So we can rush this. How about now? It's better. All right, fine. Thanks. Thank you. Just in case it's breaking anytime, let me know. Thank you. I appreciate that. So, as I was saying, I don't have to go back to the past to look for where price have tested as a support and now resistance, blah blah blah. No, I don't have to do that. I just have to look at where price is rejecting from. So let's say for an example now, if I get to see that price rejected from this zone, this is automatically my support. Price rejected from this zone, before we broke, this was my support. Okay, now we got a breakout and a retest. Now price broke out of support, became a resistance, and then we took off. So I'll be expecting the same thing here, like support, new fund resistance. So I'll just back over that zone. There's no point for me to go back. Because as I was saying, if you bring somebody that been trading for 20 years, someone that been trading for 50 years, if you bring every trader, what I'm trying to say, my point is that we won't identify the same exactly. It might be the same zone, but not at exactly the same place as our support and resistance. Okay, so I hope you guys are getting me. So I use recent price action. It works for me. I don't have to go back. I just have to draw these lines. I look for where there's rejection. See there's rejection. And even if you check in the future, you see that, oh man, those areas are valid. I don't have to go and look at the future. You see what I'm saying is correct. This area is my support, new fund support. Price rejected here. Using the 4 time frame, new fund support. You can see how it is. So this was a support. Price broke out. We didn't really retest it, but we created a new support. So price broke out of this, created a new support, came back to test the previous support, it became a resistance, broke out of this support, came back to test again, it's now a resistance, and then we broke out. So these areas are key levels. Even if you have to extend them, definitely you're going to see like price reaction in the future around all those areas. I'm telling you, if you have to extend them, you're going to see that, oh man, these areas are actually valid. Trust me. Okay, so that's just basically how price action works. You can see how price is still respecting that area from there. I didn't even see that in the front before I identify it. But using this simple system I told you guys, now you're able to identify whichever zone is support and resistance, blah blah blah. Just like how we had this yesterday. Was it yesterday, day before yesterday? You found support, price broke out, came resistant, broke out, resistant, broke out. Now we are looking for a correction. So that is just how it works. So you don't really have to go to previous and looking like some people do that. They want to see it. No, that's a lot of work. Use recent price action, the one you can see on your screen. Okay. The one you can see on your screen, use it to identify these zones. Okay, use it to identify these zones. So I hope that makes sense for that person. So moving on to the next one, the next one. Pips stop loss. Pips. What do you want to know about pips? We actually use rulers to just know how many pips this thing moves. So if you want to know how many pips this guy drops from year to year, put your ruler from where you want to calculate it from to the down right there. You can see it's 175 pips drop on Euro USD. So if you had like zero point 0.1 on this, you've made $175, $74. Okay, let's say spread 74, 73. Okay, so that's like the drop started between February 3rd. Okay, that was yesterday now. Now you can see in 2 days you've made a lot of pips. Okay, and in terms of stop loss, what you want me to explain to you about stop loss, I don't know, but how we utilize stop loss. If we are buying or selling, we have to place it above or below zone. Let's say for an instant now, we sold from this breakout of this flag. Let's say we sold from this breakout. That means we sold here. Where is going to be our stop loss? The next zone, like where if price breaks, the trade is now invalid. So this is the structure right here. So stop loss has to be above that structure. Okay. So same thing everywhere. If we sold from here, stop loss have to be above structure. Sold from here, stop loss above structure. Okay. So that's why you want to try as much as you can to sell from the top. So I hope that makes sense. Okay. So that's how you set stop loss. Vice versa when you are buying. Some people just say, oh, they want their stop loss to be 20 pips. No, the market decide how many pips. So if you know how to use your good risk to reward ratio, all of that, so you know how to take advantage of the trade. I can't hear you breaking. How do we know when a flag starts? As soon as we get an impulse. Okay, you see all of these big candles, they are impulse. Big candles, they are impulse. You can go to 15 minutes. Market moves in an impulsive, corrective way. We don't just go down. We go down like this. So why after an impulse, that's when you know that you'll be expecting a flag to start. Just like what we had on the USD today. You know, guys, I was expecting a deep pullback to 618, but price didn't give us. Price created a flag on 15 minutes as you can see. This is a flag. So after an impulsive break out of that structure, we had a flag, we didn't come back to retest. It's a continuation pattern, price push down. Impulse flag continuation. Impulse flag continuation. Impulse flag continuation. So it happens everywhere in the market in all time frame. Okay, on all time frame. So when it comes to candlestick, what do we really need to know? What's important and what's irrelevant? But when it comes to candlestick, everything is important. But what I'm going to tell you as an educator is that pay attention to wicks. Wicks leave clue. As you can see them, they leave clue. They are signs of rejection, telling you that guy, we don't like this particular place. We want to start moving out. We can't see. We can't see some questions. Now maybe some people will be sending me questions privately. Send question publicly. If you send private, I won't answer that question. So everybody can see. So someone knows what's important. Says, can you guys hear me? Let me know. A quick one on the chat. Put a one if you can hear me. Quick, quick. I'm not breaking. Someone just said I'm breaking. I was expecting that. Are we good now? Are we okay now? Are we good to go? All right, perfect, 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 perfect. So wicks are very important. They leave clues. So they are signs of rejection. As you can see right here, signs of rejection everywhere in the market. They let you know that, man, when you get to see plenty of wick in a zone, just know that, man, this guy is about to take off. Okay, so it's very important. And me, I utilize, that's my last confirmation for entry. is candlestick. So I like to see strong rejection when I want to execute my trade using candlestick. I use tweezers, I use the engulfing, and then I use the pin bars. Okay, so those are like what I watch out for in terms of executing a trade with candle. Okay, so candles are important. Those are the last thing you want to see at your zone. When price gets to this place, I'm looking to sell. Doesn't mean I have to sell here. No, if I see a reversal candle I like to take, I'll take it from there. That's how we use candles. That making sense. Let's go. Moving on. Mm, what is the difference between the different time frame? Some people like to utilize different time frame. There's a lot of different higher time frame are stronger. The signal you're gonna get on higher time frame is more powerful than the one you're gonna get on lower time frame. If higher time frame is a downtrend, like that's the stronger trend, and you come to lower time frame, you are seeing another trend. There are two things involved. If you have a trading plan to take a trade like that, yeah, it's totally fine. But it's not a high probability trade setup because you are not trading in line with the higher time frame. Doesn't mean the setup is invalid. No, you can still take the trade and make money from it. That's why we all have a trading plan and the type of trade we like to execute. So on higher time frame, we do our analysis mostly on higher time frame, and lower time frame are time frame where we come to look for entries. Okay, so lower time frame such as the 2 hours time frame, 1 hour, and then 15 is at where we look for entries. So 4 hour daily, weekly, monthly is where we do our analysis and look for structures and zone. Is that making sense? Was this what and resistance zone be the same size? I don't understand what you mean by size. We use zone. Zone doesn't have to be the same size. How to calculate stop loss? Yeah, I've done that. And please talk about confirmation before entering a trade. There's thousands of confirmation before entering a trade. Thousands. Okay. We have different types in NF9. We have the reduced risk entry. We have the risk entries. So when you get to the advanced stage, you get to know about how we execute our own trade, what we need to use. So we have the Fibonacci also that we utilize as well for entry. So it all comes down to which one you like to use. Because in my own opinion, it's not advisable to use everything. Just pick the one you like and keep looking for them in the market. So I hope that makes sense. If my trade entry is usually 15 minutes or 1 hour time frame, which time frame is best to mark up chart? We mark up higher time frame, lower time frames are for entry. Explain flag. Flag are just corrective phase of the market, okay? Flags are like when the market likes to correct from the phase. We have an impulse flag like to form when the price is at the corrective phase, letting you know we are getting ready for a continuation to the downside, basically. Okay, is a blue flag or no flag. The flag are just corrective phase, for a continuation of a particular trade or trend rather. What's the best fib retracement number that is good for trading break and retest? Which time frame is the 20 powerful one? Can you please shed more light on 220 more strategy? Those are advanced, so I'll be able to answer them in the basic class. If you watch the advanced videos on our Telegram, trust me, there are answers. You see answers to all of that when you get to watch all the webinars and previous webinars and all our courses. So is there any other question, basic question, please? How do one improve in spotting patterns? I'm really struggling why identifying it. I trade it why why it's still forming. Okay. Now the best thing I'm gonna give you an assignment, Victor. Print or go to you can see my screen. This is what you have to do. Go to search for forex. Then search for patterns. This is how you get to make money now. Go to image, print them out. Yeah. Print it out, have it for yourself. Get to see them every day. The more you see them, the more you're gonna get used to them. Print them out, print them out. Have them, like, get to see them. piece of paper or something. This is a good one to print out as well. So when you get to see them, I have students that did that. Even till today, they still have them. Have it with them. So print them out and get to see them, not just seeing them from your laptop. Trust me, it's gonna work. So is there any other question? Or is that all for tonight? So I hope this makes sense. Um, for those of you that are still brand new, no point rushing to trade live accounts. I always tell people because people get to see forex in a whole different ways and all. This is actually an investment you guys made on yourself. This is more like an investment, and when something's an investment, you don't expect money to start coming immediately. Money is going to come definitely. It's going to take time. Just take your whole time to learn. Make sure this thing works for you. There's no point in rushing. One step at a time, no matter how long it's going to take you. I have students that are making good money for themselves through trading. And they're NF don't even post, they don't talk about, they're making good money because they took their time. I have students that are trying to rush it. They end up losing their money. They won't listen. They won't take advice. When I say you are not ready, you are not ready. Okay? I'm your guidance. You can call me your teacher, mentor, whatever you do. I've been in the game for a while and I can beat my chest and say, yes, I know how this thing works. And I'm going to say, like, it's very easy. But it's never going to be easy for beginners. Like, when I first started, it wasn't easy. Well, it all became easy for me because of the amount of work I put in. So I always tell people it's two different things. One, I want to learn forex by all means. And then the second one is I want to try forex if it's gonna work. So I don't know which particular place you put yourself in. But if you're that person that you say you want to try forex, if it's gonna work, I beat my chest. It's not gonna work for you. Like, trust me. But if you really want to do this thing and like you want to make money from forex, you know what it is? Hard work, man. You have to go hard on it. Like you have to go hard on it. I was learning forex. While I was learning, I don't have access to my mentor like this. I don't have access to like asking them questions directly, having their topless of having their phone number or anything. I don't even have their phone number. So you guys have me. I'm always here to guide you. Ask your questions, but do your homework first. Like sometimes there are some questions people ask, and I'll just know that man, this one is not even ready for this business. But you guys, you have to go hard if you want to make money from this. There's a lot of money in it, and you can lose your money as well if you don't know what you are doing. You have to train yourself from learning how to trade forex to learning trading psychology. Everything that comes with it, you have to be prepared to start putting your money. Like you can make a lot of money in a day. There's no limit. Mention any amount in this world you can make in a day from forex. But it won't take you a day to get there. Okay? That's why I say you have to grind, you have to work hard. So guys, hope you are not sleeping on this. Hope you've been working hard. Hope you've been trying to improve your skill. Forget about forex turning you into a millionaire. Focus more on learning how to trade forex, how to read the market. And when the money start coming, like you just laugh because it's gonna be like more like you're doing something very easy. But if you're always that kind of person that you have $100 account, you want to trade it, you want to start making guys, it won't work. You lose all your money. Like I trust the market. It's going to take that from you. So take your time. Someone say Fibonacci retracement. What happened to Fibonacci retracement? That's advanced. We have a course on that. So you didn't clear me on the best higher time frame to mark up analysis. My chart, if I want to trade on the 15 minutes, I say higher time frame. We do what we call top-down analysis. Okay, so when you get to the advanced stage, you get to see how we do top-down analysis called multi-time frame analysis. We start analyzing from higher time frame, let's say the monthly, identifying zones and all, working our way down to lower time frame. We work our way down to 4 hour, start identifying structure. Sometimes you see my chart is clean, but I know zones that I don't just like my chart to be messy. I like my chart to be very clean. So we start from daily structure, identifying structure, coming down to 4 hours to look for support and resistance levels, market structure, higher highs and higher lows to understand the trend of the market. We usually take the 4 hour trend, because it's a very, very powerful time frame. So if it's a downtrend in 4 hours, so that means on 15 minutes or 1 hour, we're looking for a sell setup. But we must identify our zones and structures, areas of value, and all of that. So is there any more question? Or am I good to go now? Is there any more question, guys? Does anyone have any other question to ask? Are you having any challenges in your Forex Basic? Because I don't want to, I like when I come to Forex Basic webinar, all of you on this call are those part of those people that took advantage of the NF9 Christmas discount. Yeah, definitely. Because, so when I'm hosting Forex Basic call, I wouldn't want to be seeing 10 people on my call. I'd like to see 1 or 2 persons, it means you guys have passed that stage. So take your time, go through all this basics so you won't be coming to Forex Basic webinar. So you'll be joining an advanced webinar. Okay, so it's more like, this is more like a school. From here you move to the next level, and then all of you need to get the Candlestick Bible. If you haven't read the Candlestick Bible, you are still playing. It's a very, very powerful PDF when it comes to trade. If you don't have it, message on our group chat. Anybody will send it to you. And then we have the A to Z strategy as well, which works exactly the same with our strategy. I think Michael wrote that one. Is it Michael? I can't even remember. It's a very powerful PDF, but the ones we are giving out, I think people in NF9 bought that. No, I don't think so. I think it was a new member that bought the A to Z. I think I was selling it 10K then or 20K. But Forex, what's the name? Candlestick Bible. You get it free in a group. So anybody will send it to you. Please ask on the group chat. It's a very, very important PDF that you have to go through if you are a beginner. Okay? Your YouTube video on trading psychology is blank. I know nothing about it. Yeah, trading psychology is Mark Douglas video on our group. If you want to learn, it's a video of Mark Douglas in our group. I think it's about 4 hours or so. So that's like what we go through for that. Is there any other question? So are we good? Am I good to go now? Let me know. So hope you guys have gotten to the stage of taking and not just analyzing, but taking your trades on demo using support and resistance as a beginner. Taking demo trades using support and resistance, not for advanced strategy. Because I'm trying to build you guys in a way that like you have that basic foundation. Some people just teach you strategy direct without all of this. So I would like you guys to know the root and all. Because the whole idea is for you to learn this so you can impact someone else's life. Like you can teach someone else. So when you are teaching the person, they will know what's up. Because we just have to keep passing the skill sets. Okay, it's not easy here in our country, Nigeria. So we have to do what we can do. But you are you the when to let us know when to move to advanced class. I don't think that's my job. I think you know when you understand everything about basics, like very well. You know that, man, I have to move forward though. I think you know, like just like you know when it's time for you to fund an account, not just me telling you to fund an account. You'll be like, man, you ready because you've seen your demo results using proper risk management and all. So you know it all comes down to your level of skill set. Okay? So I believe you know definitely. So it's safe for me to end the class now, right? Let me get a yes on the chat if it's safe. Let me get the yes, 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 yes. So guys, do fast so you can start making money. So is there any video for the advanced class? Yeah, there are videos. Once you're done with your basic, you move to intro to NF now on Telegram and it will direct you to what videos and what videos to watch. All right, you're welcome, GBK. You're welcome, I there. P36 iPhone, yes, sir. All right, nice guy. So feel free to connect on the group, like from Oda Trader.